Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Mirror's Edge. So we found out last episode that the Project Icarus is training these private security police to take out the remaining runners, and it seems like there's only 6 of them in the entire city. And then that set off an alarm and the police are chasing us as it opened up the doorway to their training facility. So now we've got to run. Like, look at that guy. He just did a straight up, like, backflip. And I am not succeeding well at all here. So we've got to outperform these guys. And at the moment, I'm not really doing that. Trying to get to that red door. So they don't seem like they have guns. That would be the one thing I would say that's nice about them. But then they are karate chopping me. Well, they do have guns, but they're choosing not to use them, perhaps for some silly reason, perhaps just for training. They may think that I'm actually just dressed up and actually an actor. Get out of here, though. Nothing that way. Oh, they're coming. Hit that button. Good. So, Project Icarus is a attempt to get rid of all the runners. It's quite convenient a storyline, really, that we've gone from our sister being a frame for a murder she didn't commit to, we'll just skip those doors there. Take that. I'm tired of using doors. I'm going through windows from now on. Now, weren't we at the harbor? Wow, that guy just ran into me and killed me. Yo. So, when we got in this facility, it was like at the harbor, and now it feels like we're moving from a factory area into more of a residential area again. Here we go.
Don't mess around with them, just run. There's some train tracks up ahead of you. Could be a way out.
That wasn't the right way to go. I'm glad I hit a checkpoint there. So we jump up here, jump over here, fall to our death. And now that we've hit this checkpoint, the music's gone, the feeling of the scene is kind of gone. It feels like nobody's really chasing us. It feels like the game has just gone from one scenario that was actually rather difficult to one scenario that
There's some train tracks up ahead of you. Could be a way out.
Train tracks. So let's didn't make that jump. We're back to that whole situation where it's, see the police jumping up over there.
There's some train tracks up ahead of you. Could be a way out.
You're just gonna fail the first time you try, regardless of what you try, unless you get really, really lucky.
You by the tracks. Hit your ride, girl.
Oh, they're tasering me. Let's ask this. Is there anything I can take from them? Can you take the taser gun? I don't think you can. So, unlike the other police, it does feel like you're pretty much
It's a
stuck.
ride, girl.
Jump. I guess that's not the right way. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, so there must be two of this. You must be able to jump and grab that. Yeah, you can. Seems like you could jump, grab onto that if you got it. Or you can jump the easier jump here. Land on this.
You buy the tracks? It's a ride, girl.
So at this point, they're admitting that
Nice work.
that
Look, I'm gonna
some
try
of
and
the
get word
jumps
out
are
on
too
the
hard.
network about Icarus. Warn the other runners.
Do it. I'm going after that guy.
Now, I have said I did want to see multiple paths to the same thing, but now I'm going to be a hypocrite and say if it really means that only one of those paths is accessible to the expert Mirror's Edge player, that's not quite what I wanted. I wanted similar difficulties for each path,
Now don't go just charging
so
in
you
there
can play
recklessly,
this
you
game
know.
multiple
That's
times.
Pope's killer, Merc.
Yeah, well, there might be more heat out
And
there.
go different
it's too
ways.
risky to try to get to the boat by foot. You'll be spotted for sure. There must be some way to slip in undercover.
So we're trying to, I believe, get into that, on top of that car.
Processing some paperwork. You'll be allowed through shortly.
We come down here, and what's the next step?
Sounds like it's time for a little stowaway action, Faith. Quick, before it goes.
Wow, that jump didn't quite make it. So I think what I'm supposed to do is take this, jump here, jump there, jump there, and that makes it down this far. It almost feels like you could jump over there, but I don't think so. While people are usually not looking up in the air, there's a plane finally. I would think making noise in the air louder than a bird and jumping around would end up getting you caught a lot more than sneaking on the ground. But I could totally be wrong about that. Just walked up to it and got in.
What the hell is in this boat anyway?
No idea. Could be munitions, I guess. Might be to do with this Project Icarus. Look, head straight for the deck if that's where you saw this guy. Once you found your killer, get some answers and get out fast. Lots of blue traffic in the area, so get ready for a fight.
So, when you have something like this, you have one of two options. You could either try to hide if somebody opens it and probably get found out, or rush the door, or go out the door before anybody else comes to it. And even when you're going out of the door, you might as well swing it really wide in case somebody happens to be standing right by it. But first you have to be certain that the truck is actually on the boat. I'm having my controller vibrate like crazy, and we get a little bit of rocking back and forth here. The game fortunately doesn't do a lot of that. It already had problems with motion sickness. Last thing it needs to do is be on the boat and cause more motion sickness because of that. Alright, so we've got another one of these situations. Might as well just run. Just get out of as much of this fight as possible. Because I don't want to be involved in this. This, I would say, is the second worst section of Mirror's Edge. Alright, quick, get me up here. And get me on that. Nope. This one. And get me on that. Oh, come on! Come on, game, come on. So, I don't think anybody saw me that time. Which means I might be better off. Nope. Seems like they did see me, they were just taking their sweet time. Find where I'm supposed to jump. Apparently I'm supposed to jump down this way. Which way? This way? Yeah. Jump on this. Slide down. This isn't just what this just isn't what I want in the game. I just don't want to be stuck in a fight. So we're not certain where we're going. We're not certain what we're supposed to do. Sitting here trying to open this valve and getting shot. So we did hit a, as I jump off this, we did hit a section that in theory was a checkpoint. What am I supposed to do here? Take this gun from him. All this body armor. You don't have to be this literal with it. And you can't punch this door. So they're hitting around me, but not hitting me, oddly enough. So if I don't die while I open this valve, there's two valves right next to each other. But I made the cutscene. I mean, I made the checkpoint, so it doesn't matter. Now they're not even shooting at me because everybody's been reset. So the game gets easier because it has a flaw in which it doesn't actually save the location of the bad guys when you hit a checkpoint. And you might call that a flaw, you might call that a feature. I would call it more of a flaw. Again, it's a great point to remind everybody. We are trying to get evidence from the murder of Pope by going to the security facility that very well may have had nothing to do with it, and all we found is information about Project Icarus, which is going to get rid of the runners, which, as far as we know right now, has nothing to do with Pope at all.
Try and find a way off that level before reinforcements show up, Fate. There's got to be some way through.
Not as though Pope was a friend to the runners. It's not like he used to be a runner or anything like that. He probably was somewhat a friend to the people, and the runners are somewhat friends to the people too, so they might have some common allies, but none of that connects. And the only reason why we're even trying to find evidence is because it was our sister, the police, who was the police officer that got framed. If any other police officer got framed, we wouldn't care one bit. And we're wearing one red glove. Let's talk about the one red glove. Kind of Michael Jackson-y, isn't it? Let's get a really good swing here. Make sure this is... I think that's what we're supposed to make. Half of these things feel like you could fall on the other side of them too. That's not good design. Why the one red glove, the one black elbow? Let's make that jump. Get up here. Slide down here. We're supposed to get up there apparently.
Drake says he's got a runner in your area. Says they've reported a lot of activity on that boat. But he's seen what he thinks is your guy on the top deck.
Yeah, and we're chasing after the assassin guy who we think shot or killed Pope, but we are not even certain about that. All we know is that they shot Ropeburn. And frankly, who we're chasing after is just somebody in looks like a field hockey outfit. So we didn't see their face or anything. So we really have no idea. There may be dozens and dozens of people that dress up like that. That may just be standard uniform. I'm glad there's not too much ledge crawling around here. This is not particularly the best. I have to jump up there, don't I? This ledge doesn't go anywhere else. I guess I could go up here. Can I make that? Probably more than I can make that. I have this feeling that when you jump, you do fling yourself quite far further forward than you could. It's actually quite amazing how short the jump distance of an average human is compared to even other animals. So we're having a very different experience than what would really be occurring. But then you don't have to explain that. Runners can be superhumans. It can be a scenario where everybody's been genetically modified to be stronger and faster. That all works. We don't know what year this is. We do kind of could guess that by the design it's supposed to be somewhat modern times, but that doesn't particularly mean as much as you would think, because it could be a postmodern times where technology was lost, and then because the technology was lost they had to start over. Or it could be just a totally different dimension where everything came about, was developed at different times. The truth of the matter is, the reason why we see everything animated the way it is simply because half of these things were pre-rendered for other games, and setting things in modern times, for instance vents, a vent in one game can be reused in a dozen others. I do not know how we're supposed to get up here. I think what we have to do is get up here, run along the wall, and then I think this is a wall run, and then a jump from this point. It is. So that was on the left side. First time I think we've ever done it on the left side, where we wall run on a right-sided wall, hit left bump to do a 180, hit right bump to jump. Punch that to open that for no real reason. Then we jump down here and roll, or slide, whichever. And then we open this. Did we need doors that were different? Absolutely not. all these doors could have been open, and that would have been fine by me. They're just putting checkpoints in here so that it's easier for us. But you can make a checkpoint without having us have to open the door. Or the other thing could be that the door animations are actually loading screens getting hidden. And that's a very good possibility too.
Should be a way through to the top deck above you, near car deck 6.
Always check under the stairs. It's my motto. It's my passion. Nah, I always do it. I'm OCD about it. Maybe I shouldn't so flippantly use the phrase OCD, but I am obsessive about it. Here we go. Up here. Notice we're looking at green things now. So they started the game by telling us to follow the red painted things. At a certain point they had us following blue painted things. Now we're following green painted things. They just could not get their mind set. Where am I supposed to go? Guess we're going down. So that we saw the save. Is this a load? It could be. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright.
Stay in cover and work your way towards them. Time to get some answers.
This guy's got a sniper rifle. So what's the right Mirror's Edge way of doing this boss fight? Which again, why does Mirror's Edge have boss fights at all? Well, it's not trying to slide towards the explosive barrel. We figured that out. Are we supposed to just play slow?
Stay in cover and work your way towards them. Time to get some answers.
Notice the barrels here are orange instead of red, as they normally would be in a game. That's simply because they don't want us to run towards the red explosive barrels. So this is the break from very traditional game design. Is this door open? Yes it is. Let's get out of the way of these bullets though. Which way do we want to go here?
Keep moving.
Do I go over there for the collectible or do I go this way? Yeah, you've got to be behind these parts. The green parts seem to just be designed to... Here, can I grab the edge here? How about that? Nope, fall to your death. If I could grab the edge, I could potentially edge my way right towards the guy. His reload speed on this gun, too, is quite high. So you can go a certain distance, but if those barrels don't get shot first, you are going to potentially run right into it.
Stay in cover and
So
work your
now
way
that's
towards
cleared.
them. Time to get some answers.
How'd he hit me?
Stay low, Faith.
So does our health refill? Yes. Slowly. Alright, so we cover a pretty good distance there. So So I think I have to run over here. And then run over here. He's not shooting me, that's good. There's an explosive barrel over there. I kind of wish he was out of bullets at this point. That'd be nice. It's not realistic to believe that is the case. Are we gonna get any checkpoints for this boss fight? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna jump over that. So as long as I'm crouched down here, even though I am kind of exposed. Did he just switch to an automatic gun? He did. Like, for some reason it's all blurry. I'm looking right at... Maybe you have to put your reticle, like, yeah, it gets all blurry when you focus on the wrong thing. So run. Run, 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 run. So we still gotta take this guy out. Man, it just kicked me. Punch him, punch. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of punching here. Am I supposed to be doing something, or am I just trying to get this? The gun went red for a second there. Oh, I gotta turn him around and then grab the gun. Wow. So we gotta run in there, take him out. So I tried to slow down time right there. I saw the redness, but I mean... There we go. Take the gun from him.
He's getting away.
So I almost took the gun from him. Am I going the right way? So keep on running, keep on running. Chase this guy down here. Of course I'm saying guy in just the general term. I call all women guys, pretty much. And I call, or call them girls sometimes too. I don't mean anything by it, I'm just using a general term. Proper term would be to say they every time, and I did.
I lost it.
Oh man! Oh, you gotta stay caught up too. You cannot lose them. missed it. Can I just jump up that? No? How about this? Can we jump up this? Which way? We're trying. In fact, if you actually look at the butt model of this character, it does look more feminine than masculine. And if it's the person I think it is because I've played this game before, I may have some latent memories tell me about that too. You might even have been able to guess who it is if you're a decent fan of irony and have been following this whole story here. This guy is just shooting like crazy. So we're fighting again. Should be wrapping up this episode, really. Take that gun from him. Finally. Now we go to an animated scene that's really not welcome right in the middle of this. I wanted to see that in-game.
Cell?
I tried to warn you off. I'm sorry.
You've got to learn to let go, Faith. You remember? Like you did with your family.
The runners are screwed. Icarus is just the start. And I want to live, Faith, not just survive.
Why Pope? His campaign was getting unexpected support, but he got stupid. Started making threats to the wrong people. High-up people. He found out about Icarus, so they had you kill him. Him or me. Sorry about Kate. Didn't know she was your sis.
Jesus, people don't seem to mind shooting you, your friend there. So here's the whole pacifism thought right out the window, because in the cutscene we're blowing up like 5 guys.
Don't ask, Merc. Okay?
Heard all I need to hear, kiddo. Listen, Krieg says Kate's just been tried.
Already?
Wonders of the swift justice.
This program, huh? They found her guilty, Faith.
Of course they did.
Convoy's taking her off to jail in less than an hour. Drake's organizing a rifle drop near the new CCC building. I'll keep you posted. Keep going.
So, not a great surprise that it was Cell. I mean, if it was going to be anybody we knew, it had to either be Merc, Cell, or Drake, or your sister, or Miller, I guess. So there weren't really a ton of people there that you could even have guessed. And if it was just some random person, then there wouldn't have been much of a reveal there. It could have just been the face of anybody, and he could have confessed, or she could have confessed there. The reasoning here doesn't make a lot of sense, but I guess the desperate times of living in such a dystopian world kind of explains that. Anywho, we've gone a little bit long, so I'm going to wrap up this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right, there's a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.